Hello guys, welcome back to our online webinar. Yes, today we are going to discuss about assessment 3. So, our unit name is PSBFIA 401, Financial Reports. So, in last webinar, we finished assessment 1 and 2. If you guys have any questions, like some of you send me some questions, and I'm replying your answers through mail. So again, if you have question for this assessment, you can send me mails. So on assessment 3, today we are going to discuss about the depreciation. So I think from assessment 1, we all know about depreciation. What is depreciation? What is depreciation? So if the asset's value, decrease by some amount, that amount is an expense and we call it depreciation. So let's go to our case. This is our case. Carefully read the following. Yes, carefully read the following. So the first case, this is the case of a guy named Andrew, and it's about his company, Andrew Slab. So he bought a delivery truck on 1/7/2015, and the cost is 33K. So it's including the GST. So remember guys, it's very important that we understand the GST. So every goods and service, or every assets we buy, we have to pay the GST. And the GST is including in that amount. So we need to minus this from our main assets value. Yes. And it was decided to depreciate it at 30%. So this is also important, that the assets value we are going to depreciate by 30%. Okay, so next line. At the end of the financial year on 30/06/2016, so these dates are very important because we need to do our financial calculation in these dates. So it's better if you mark these dates. And the balance of the accumulated depreciation of the truck was 15,300. So this is also important. So this is from like previous year's depreciation, accumulated depreciation. Okay, so again, let's start from here. The truck was traded in on a new one. So this part we are going to discuss on our assessment task 3. Let's say question number 5. This is not important now, so you can read this later, but I'm going to explain now, so it will be better for you guys. So on 31/03/2017, Andrew traded it in on a new delivery truck. So what he did was he actually traded his truck with a new one. He received 8,800 for the trade, and he paid the balance 44K in cash. So he have to pay, I think, more because he's getting a new truck, and he also got like 8,800 for the old one. All figures included GST. So this is very important that all the figures are included in GST. We need to minus this. Andrew Slabs uses diminishing balance method. So this line is also important because we have several depreciation methods, and importantly, in this assessment, they're using the diminishing balance method. So I'm going to maybe mark all the important points in this assessment. Let's say like this. All the red lines are important because this things deals with the math. So you can do the same thing because we don't actually need everything. We need to understand the case first, then we need to separate the important factors. Okay, so let's go back. Oh no, sorry, let's make, we don't have to go back to, just you need to understand the case. That's it. try to maybe write somewhere all these important points. Okay, so this is the question number one. We need to create a depreciation worksheet for 2016 and 2017. If we again go back, just look at this. This is the balance date 2016. This is the balance date for 2017. Right. So again, we have to prepare a depreciation worksheet like this. The important things you need to write in the top, like for all of the accounting documents, you need to first write about the company's name and the assets name if it's related to asset. Date is always important for accounting because we'll have a several like if you're working in a company, you'll get thousands of documents, and to find out those documents, to separate them, you need to have proper date. So as at 2015, asset cost these days was 30K. So why it's 30K? Because in our math it was showing 33, but we have to reduce the GST. So it's 30K. How to calculate the GST? So you need to find out this one. I'm just giving you the answer, but you need to find out how to do this. Less residual value. There was no residual value, so NA. Depreciation amount is 30K. So this is exactly the same thing which would be method. Yes, diminishing method. Depreciation rate 30%. So all of this we are getting from the question. Then you need to prepare one like this. First column would be year ending. Then carrying amount at beginning, depreciation, accumulated depreciation, carrying amount at the end. So this is going to be your carrying amount. Let's say this one, right? This one. And depreciation. So if the amount is 30K, you need to depreciate with 30%. So I think it's, yes, it's going to say it's 3,000. Yes, and the accumulated depreciation will be 3,000. Because this is the exactly same amount of depreciation and accumulated depreciation. And then we need to minus the accumulated depreciation from carrying amount. So this would be the amount at the end. Easy, not difficult. And this amount I've wrote 4x, right? X, X, X. It's going to be exactly here because this is the ending amount of 2016, ending balance. And this is going to be the beginning balance of 2017 because this is the exactly same amount, right? And then you have to find out the depreciation for this amount, 30%. Let's say is ZZZZ. And your accumulated depreciation would be this amount, okay, Y plus the depreciation. And then you have to reduce this number with carrying amount at the beginning, you'll get the carrying amount at the end. For your help, since it's the first time, I'm showing you the depreciation expense, also how to calculate the depreciation. You need to figure out all of this by your own. So journal entry. Journal entry on 30/2015 for depreciation. So we already find out the depreciation. This is only for 2015, right? Not for 2016, 17, or so. This is just for the last one. So just try to remember that depreciation will always be debit because that's the expense. This is normally expense is debit, so depreciation is debit. And motor vehicle accumulated depreciation. Since the motor value, vehicle's value is going down, so and this is also accumulated depreciation. So if you understand the concept of accumulated depreciation, this is a liability, right? So if it's going increasing, so we need to make this credit. So this would be the depreciation, and you need to write the amount here. And the amount is exactly from before, what we found here. See, what we found here, we need to exactly write here. Then you need to make a laser. So This is the accounting. This assessment is exactly a financial process. First, we have to do the journal, then ledger, then balance sheet and income statement. So in this process, we have to do the ledger. Since in our math, we just discussed about the motor vehicle account depreciation and depreciation expense. Only these three accounts we discuss about this one. So we need to prepare a ledger for only these three accounts. And this is very easy because everything from the journal you need to just transfer in this ledger. Okay. So this is our income statement and balance sheet. If you look at the amount, so let's start from like Andrew Slap and his balance sheet. Just make sure you need to write the date. It's important to write the date, and the date for the balance sheet is 30/6/2017. So in this assessment, we just only have only the assets, and because we only discussed with the assets, nothing liability or anything. And in current asset, there is nothing because motor vehicle is a non-current asset. So current asset, leave this blank, and in non-current asset, write motor vehicle, then reduce the accumulated depreciation amount because this is already depreciated. You get the net motor vehicle amount. So if you add these everything, your total asset will be this. Then Andrew Slap, we are doing the profit and loss statement for the year ended this. Revenue, you need to write just the revenue. Okay. And the last part is write the journal entries to record the disposal of the old delivery truck on 31st 2017, including calculation of gain or loss. Show your calculation. So for that part, we are not going to discuss here in this slide. I'm hoping that you all can do this. See, in the beginning of the lecture, we discussed about the, that para. In this para, I said this is not important, but now you need to find out the total amounts and the dates, everything, because number 5 will be relating to only this part. So I'm hoping this will be very helpful for you guys. Again, if you have any question, please send me mail. I will reply to you. This time I'm not actually discussing all of the part because I'm expecting that by now you know how to do the depreciation, the journal, the ledger, and the financial reports. So let's hope you all can make it. Thank you. And please send me emails if you have any questions.